of the world, the former capitals are not always abandoned. What is your government going to do for Lagos State? That is another question. Your Excellency, it is time to listen to the responses to some of the questions that have been asked. You're welcome, sir.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I have attempted to write the questions as I understand them, not exactly word by word from the questionnaires. The first one, training for artisans and improvement. I am impressed with the briefing I received from the Governor of Lagos State, what the efforts he put in place to improve your training at his level. So I believe this question is, what will APC government do as the center to improve the professionalism and ability to get cheap loans and maintain their businesses? APC as a party has produced a manifesto. That manifesto is as a result of hard work of competent people as a group that produces it. But it is to be improved as and when the occasion demands. It has been identified that to improve the economy, there must be an improvement in the system of financial institutions, banks, and other companies that can arrange to give soft loans, which the federal government then should guarantee, on top of whatever agreements the banks insist on meeting in terms of you giving your assets that they will hold. Secondly, the loans must be soft. Soft, I mean not physical, but material softness. The charges, the interest on the loan must be very, very low or even minus to encourage the businesses. The APC realizes and it's absolutely necessary something is done about it, because the artisans or the small industrialists collectively will employ more Nigerians than the government itself. Therefore, it made a lot of economic sense for the security of the society for a government to encourage the system to be improved to the extent that people can manage their families and take the responsibilities of not only feeding, but paying for mortgages of housing, paying for debts to put businesses correctly. So an APC government try and take the manifesto, realize this, and God willing, the APC government in the center and in the state will do this as fast as humanly possible. The second question is tied to the first one, but this one went straight to the point. Access to credit for the business. what policies to vote. I think the first explanation will suffice. This is a very serious issue. We have identified it, and in our visit to the 35 states and to the town hall meetings, we emphasize the necessity for doing very quickly about the economy. And you can't do it without having power, without getting the credit facilities to strengthen. So I think the first explanation will be adequate. Again, the third one is power. I think I have to report to this government to you, or the PDP itself. The National Assembly at some stage was concerned about three major social institutions or industries: power, pension funds, and petroleum industry. So they conducted hearings in Abuja and the 6th geopolitical zone. The revelations are frightening, but whatever it is, they treated it constitutionally. They forward their recommendation to the presidency, and that is the end of it. An APC government will have to study that hearing by the National Assembly, because the presentation given by people throughout the country, documentary presentation and recorded one, will help in quickly coming to grips with the problem of power, of the missing pension funds, and the extreme corruption in the petroleum industry. The next note I made here: what will APC government do about security? Actually, the three fundamental problems identified by APC in the country, in that order, are firstly security, secondly the economy, which has been virtually systematically destroyed, and thirdly the problem of corruption. And I believe some of you, at least at management level, know that there are Nigerians that wrote in the papers that unless Nigeria kills corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. APC firmly believe in this. We are going to tackle corruption. I assure you, APC governments in the center and the state will not be corrupt and will not tolerate corruption. Improvement on the security will give us, or will realize more money to make sure the armed forces and other law enforcement agencies are properly equipped, properly trained, and with discipline properly led. That means officers, leading men and women, must be competent enough to do so. They must have personal and professional integrity to be given the responsibility of leading men and women to secure the country. The next question again has virtually connection with the previous one, but this is more detailed. The gentleman, I think, is from Kogi State.